What's up, you beautiful coaches? Joel here. And if you are a coach that's looking to move from charging per hour to charging high fee for a transformational program and you're not sure where to start, or perhaps you've got a transformational program and you're not sure if the price is right, then stick around because I'm about to share the 2 main mistakes coaches make in pricing their offers and then the 5 steps to go through to get to a price that you feel confident, certain, and in love with. And at the end, I'm going to share 2 epic hacks that allow me to instantly double my fee from 5K to 10K and then later 10K to 20K. So stick around for those. And hey, if you're new to me and my channel, my name's Joel. I'm a dad, I'm a coach, I'm a lover of life. And it's my mission to help 100 heart-led coaches get to their first 10K month by mastering expression, enrollment, and engineering systems for success. Now, I've launched and scaled multiple offers from 0 to over 6 figures. I've also created one-to-one clients for 5, 10, 15, 20K. And it hasn't just worked for me, it's worked for many of my clients like Brian, who went from charging 100, 150 pounds per hour to creating a transformational program for 3K and selling 3 of those in his first month working together. But I understand pricing can be a complete headspin. But by the end of this video, you're going to have the exact steps to feel confident and certain and in love with your price. Now, there are 2 main mistakes coaches make in pricing their offer. The first being pricing based on their own self-esteem. Now, I see so many coaches out there who are incredibly talented. They have all the certificates, all the qualifications, but they're charging pennies versus what they should be charging because they have challenges around belief and self-worth. I also see a lot of cowboy coaches out there who have lots of self-belief and are charging probably 10 times what they're worth and 10 times that of that first group. So I want you to ingrain this into your mind. You don't hold the value of coaching. Your clients do, their results do, and the power of coaching does. Michael Neal once said, even if someone paid to speak to a lamppost, that money would be worth it. And it is true. So few people in this world have anyone that sees them, that hears them, that acknowledges them, that awakes their potential. So even if you just held space for an hour, whatever you are charging probably wouldn't be enough for what that's worth. So think on that. The second biggest mistake is not leveraging their natural limitations with time. See, the driver of price is supply and demand. If you have lots of demand and little supply, then price will go up. If you have lots of supply and no demand, then it's very difficult to increase your price. Now, this is a big challenge, especially for earlier coaches in their journey when we have lots of supply and little demand, but we can manufacture the market forces so they're in our favor. So one of the first things I do with new clients is to design the week they would live if they were already at their goal. And what happens is the amount of time they have for coaching decreases. They suddenly introduce more meditation, more walks, more time in nature with loved ones, with exercise, more time to create, and their time to coach reduces. So already we've created less supply. Now I ask them, how many clients would you ideally like to onboard each month? And the answer is never really more than 3 or 5. Great. So we've now manufactured even more favorable market forces. So marketing can now be as simple as communicating how many spots left. If you communicate you only have 3 spots this month, that will already drive up the demand because scarcity is a massive driver of influence. And then when you fill those 3 spaces, the next time round you open up for the next 3 spaces, people will remember. And again, the demand will go up, the price will go up. So leveraging ethical scarcity by acknowledging your natural limitations is a great driver of price and demand. So knowing the 2 main mistakes, let's get into the 5 steps to get to a price that you absolutely love. Now, the first step is understanding why people buy. Now, let's imagine that this is a bottle of wine that you know is worth £100,000, but I offer it to you for £10,000. Would you buy it? Of course you would. You'd be a numpty not to, right? You know there's £90,000 profit. That's why people buy it, when the perceived value is far greater than the price. So that's first step. So the second step is calculating the worth of coaching to your potential client. Now, the way I like to do this is think of a recent client transformation and then taking yourself through this set of questions. First up, describe their before situation. Second up, ask yourself what negative impact was that before situation having on their life? And go into detail here. Now, the third question is, what results did your clients get? And for how long can these be repeated for? The fourth question is, how else has their life improved? Is that better relationships, better communication. The fifth question is, what has been the emotional impact of these results? Do they feel more alive, more present, happier, more joyful? The next question is, who else benefits from their transformation? Think of the ripple effect. Now, the last two questions are, what would be the true value of your work if you were to put a number on it? And the last question is, what would it cost them not to have worked with you? Now, if you're not a business coach, sure, this may be harder to get to an actual number. You'll probably say priceless, and it is, but I want you to try and get to that number. Perhaps your client got a pay rise or a new job with a pay rise, or perhaps they were healthier or got into a healthier state. You're just going to save them thousands in doctor's bills. Try and get to a number because we need it for the next step. So the third step is taking that number and dividing it by 10, because you should have a pretty big number. Let's say, for example, it's £100,000. The reason for dividing by 10 is because I like to provide 10x value. And the reason for that is because I am in this for the long haul. I want to provide 10x value, because when you provide 10x value, you create more referrals, more word of mouth, and you are setting yourself up for success in the future. And the fourth step, and the most important, is coming back to yourself and asking yourself, what's a price that I would love and I could sell like crazy? Because hopefully your confidence, your self-worth, your value has increased from that previous questions, but it still needs to be balanced out with a price that you absolutely love, especially at the start. I would rather see you charge less but have a full practice of coaching than charge more and be having to self-coach yourself every time you quote a price. The best way to charge more is to get better results, bigger results, and faster results for your clients. The best way of doing that is coaching lots, which brings me to the fifth and final step, and that is to leverage market forces to increase your price. Now, as I shared before, supply and demand will determine how quickly you can increase your price. If you have lots of demand and little supply, then you can be pretty aggressive with your price increase. Now, on the demand side, you should watch this video on lead generation. And then on the supply side, it's about remaining in abundance and not moving the boundaries. When you do this, you can start making quantum leaps with your price. You can go from 5 to 10, 10 to 20. And it's exactly what I did. So yes, to conclude, you are probably charging too little because you're charging based off your self-worth. So remind yourself, your clients and their results and the power of coaching hold the value of coaching. So go through the exercise to boost your confidence, but then still come back to yourself and come to a price that you absolutely love and you could sell like crazy, because sales marketing is a transfer of certainty. Then fill up your practice, master your craft, master getting your clients really quick results and bigger results, then increase your price according to the market forces you've created. Right, to finish, the 2 hacks that you can use to rapidly increase your price. The first is, the next time you have an enrollment call with someone that is less than ideal, or perhaps you're not excited to work with, quote them a price that you would be excited to work with them. This is how I went from 5K to 10K. I had a call with someone who was like, nah. So I thought, I'll just say 10 grand. Sure enough, he said yes. And now my new benchmark was then 10 grand. The second is to always be in beta. What I mean by that is, the next time you quote a price, share the fact that it's usually 10 grand, but as you are currently in beta, it's 5 grand. All I ask for is a testimonial and your feedback. What that does, it anchors your mind to that higher price, and it makes it easier to say the higher price when you get to it, but also it makes you think that lower price is tiny compared to the bigger price, and it makes it easier to say. Now, if you found this video useful, go ahead and like it, comment with your biggest insight and where you're watching this from, and then go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss my future videos. And if you want more of a behind the scenes look, come over to Instagram and follow me there, because every single day I share Instagram stories with lots of golden nuggets. I'd love to see you there. Give me a follow, send me a message, let me know you've watched this training, and ask me any questions. And below this as well, there'll be some further resources to help you get to that first 10 and 20K a month. I'll see you soon, and sending you lots of love. Bye for now.